Hello and welcome to another Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits video. This is Nottingham's Robin Hood Beer Festival 2021 Beer and Cider Festival, to be fair. So, we're now at Bar A. So I've already done the Nano Bar, check that video out. This is Bar A. So from 4 Teasing, Warrington, Cheshire, Big Bro 5%, an American Pale Ale. Also, Busman's Classic Blonde, 4.1% Blonde Ale. Chocolate and Fudge Stout Detectors, 5%, a Moorish Stout with a chocolate fudge aroma. That does sound quite nice. Hop Monster, number 21, Econaut, 3.8%. Squirrel's Heaven, 4.8%, a Nutty Stout. From 8 Sail Brewery, yeah, reviewed many of these beers. Mayflower Ipa, a pale beer dominated with floral and citrus aromas, 4.7%. From Abbeydale out of Sheffield, Absolution, 5.3%, a golden ale. Daily Bread, an English bitter at 3.8%. Deception at 4.1%, a New Zealand pale ale. Some are on reserve as well. Failed to mention that, but they'll all be on in the end, trust me. 6 Moonshine, 4.3%, a pale ale. Secrets of the Subterranean, 4%, a pale ale. From Acorn Brewery, Barnsley Bitter, classic Yorkshire bitter, 3.8%. Certificate 18, 4.5 as a birthday pale ale. CF 184 is an American experimental single opt IPA at 5%. From Adnams, Ghost Ship, 4.5%, and Mosaic Pale Ale at 4.1%. From Alchemy, out of Edinburgh, Arcana, 5% Citra IPA. Bad Day at the Office, 4.5% Golden Ale. Charisma, 3.7%, Mosaic Hop Session Bitter. 4.1%, an IPA with citrus and spicy aroma. 10-Story Mallybomb at 4.5%, a modern Scottish 80 ale. That sounds interesting. From Allendale in Northumberland, Hop On, 4.7%. From Almasty in Tyne and Wear, Green at 4.5%. From Ownwick, IPA at 4.5%. From Alter Ego, love these people. I've reviewed tons of theirs. It is classed as local. Enhance Your Calm at 4.8%, an orange and chamomile wheat beer. Forcefield at 4.5%, an hazy pale ale. Small Fire at 5.2%, and Campfire Marshmallow Stout, one to watch out for. Also from them, Blonde Protagonist at 4.3%, a pale blonde ale. From Anarchy, from Newcastle, Modules on the Moon, a West Coast IPA, 6.5%. Time on the Road, 5.4%, an American brown ale. From Angel Microbrewery, I've not actually had out from there, you know. I've never actually been to the microbrewery. One for me to put on my list of to-dos, especially if the good lads on the tap room Saturday are up for that. Ezekiel at 3.9%, a gluten-free. Jericho at 6%, another West Coast IPA. First one was a pale ale. Handspack and Obday from London, the American pale, 4.7%. Harbour from Bristol, Tallis in Wonderland, 4.8%. Ibin Brewing from Berwick, Autumn Red, 5% fruity red ale. IPA, 3.8%, Session Pale Ale. Blonde Ale, 4%. And does what it says on the tin. From Backyard Brewhouse and West Midlands, 1898. Hey, don't tell Shepherd. Is it Shepherd and Neame? No, 1698, isn't it? Fair play. It's a 4.9% Ruby Mild. Bad Santa, 6.8%, and Dark Mahogany Bitter. I do like a Christmas ale at this time of the year. Blonde at 4.1%, does what it says. Gold at 4.5%, a pale ale. Jigger at 4.5%, a copper hued bitter. From Bang the Elephant, and obviously I know these guys very well, both top class guys. Langley Mill in Derbyshire, but on the Nottinghamshire border. We'll call it Nottingham's. Stuff the boundaries. Their postcode is NG. Aunt Sally's Lime Icebox Pie at 5.4%. Elephant in the House at 4.5%, a hazy pale ale. Neither of them two have I had. Gold Rush 4.7%, and Multi Amber Beer, again not had. A Harlequin Jack 4.4%, a Pilsner. Penny Coconut at 4.5%, a stout. Chocolate coffee and toasted coconut hints. And then Penny Dreadful at 4.5%, a traditional stout. Not one of them I've had. From Bateman's, Bees from the East, 5.5%. Dark Fruits Porter, 4.4%. I've had that. Skull and Hammers, 4.8%. Rings a bell. XB at 3.7%. Triple XB at 4.8%. And obviously, they're both big beers. Batesman had a bar last time around, as far as I remember. Yellow Belly Gold, a golden beer at 3.9%. Beat from Stourbridge in West Midlands, where Sadler's used to be. I'm not sure if they're still there now, but they used to be there because I went on the actual brewery tour, cracking brewery tour. Disgusted in how they treated them poor people. Jungle Drum Machine at 5%, a pale. Metalhead at 4%, a stout. From Beef in Cowden Beef. Dance Monkey, 7.5%, a New England Pale Ale. Devil Inside at 3.7%, a red ale. Like a Dream at 8%, a salted caramel chocolate milk stout. From the Beer Brothers, yay. In Preston, Hefeweizen, 5%, a Belgian beer. Road Trip IPA, Pale Ale, 4%. Spruced Up Ale, 4.6%, English Pale. True Brit, 3.8%, a true British amber ale. From Beerblefish in Walthamstow in London. Edmonton Best Bitter at 4.3%. Hoppy Pale, number 9, 4.5%, does what it says. Galactic Pale Ale, 4.6%, again, does what it says. Ben's Brewery, Proper Grafter, 5.7%, Dark and Smooth Stout. Walter, 4.2%, Golden Ale. Wellington at 3.8%, New Zealand Pale Ale. I do notice that a lot of the ABVs are low. There's not many big ABV beers so far. Really quite mostly sessionable stuff. Black and Brewery, 4.5%. Dark Ale. Wolf, 4.53%. This is Beowulf, by the way. From Bexley, Anchor Bay IPA, Deep Golden Ale, 4.8%. Ernest Pale, English Pale, 4.5%. Golden Acre Pale, 4%. Single Malt Golden Ale. From Billericay in Essex, a Billericay Dicky, 4.2%, an amber ale. Zeppelin, an amber ale, 3.8%. From the Birmingham Brewing Company, Bitter Brummy, 4.4%, traditional bitter. Gold Brummy, 5.5%, British style IPA. Pale Brummy, 4%, pale ale. From Black Iris Brewery, from Nottingham, just down the road from me. So, Bayesian Breakfast at 4%, a pale. Endless Summer, Session IPA at 4.5%. Let the Devil In at 5.5%, American Opt IPA. Rise and Shine, 5.2%, a coffee milk stout. Snake Eyes, 3.8%, a pale ale, and they're all low ABVs. From Black Sheep Brewery, Dead Parrot, 4.1%. Wigwelter, 5.9%. Now that is a classic beer, and I've never had that on draft, so I am looking forward to that. From Bragdy Twit Lol, it's Crazy Peacock in 4.8%, American IPA. Kimwood Wypist at 4.4%. I do apologise, I'm not Welsh, I'm English. From Nottingham, we don't talk Welsh. I certainly don't. Dark brown, light dry finish. TWTI, FFW, RWTI, however you pronounce that. Light bitter, 4%. Let's get off these. Make yourself look right, twat. From Brampton Brewery, which is actually local. I've got some of the Brampton stuff here. Brampton Best, 4.2%. English bitter. Brampton Mild, 4.9%. A strong dark mild. Impy Dog at 4.3%. A dark mild. Meningate, 7.4%. What? 7.4%? Jesus. Hey? A strong beer? Where's that come from? That's a dark Belgian double, by the way. Monocled Mutineer, 4.7% of pale ale. Special at 5.8%, a British style IPA. Terminus at 4.2%, session IPA. Wasp Nest at 5%, amber premium bitter. From Brewhouse and Kitchen Nottingham on the Trent Bridge. Literally a stone's throw from the cricket ground. If they went out, they'd be able to just walk up the road and get some. 1899, a blonde ale. Heritage, 4.5, dark mild. Tricky Trees Forest, 5.5%. Am I a forest fan? Just around the corner from the forest ground as well. Cricket ground is. Pale ale, 5.5%. Brewhouse in Kitchen Sutton Coalfield, The Cook, traditional bitter at 4%. Bristol Beer Factory. They've got a few actually. Diamond Lake, 4.4%. A New Zealand / Australian Dew Nation Pale Ale. Sounds nice, that does actually. Entourage, a Citra IPA, 5.1%. Fortitude at 4%. An Amber Bitter. Low Rider at 3.9%. Session IPA. Milk Stout at 4.5%. Dark with smooth chocolate. North to the Future, 5%. Pale Gold IPA. Wee Wine, 4.2%. Single Hop Session IPA from Broccoli Brewery. Pale Ale, 4.1%. That's what it says. Red Ale, 4.8%. Same as what it says. From Bruja. Session Pale Ale, 3.9%. From By the Horns. I've had one of theirs before. Green Hop 2021, 4%. That's what it says. Hopadelic at 4.3%. Pale Ale. Solid Gold Easy Action at Golden Ale at 4.5%. From Cameron's Sanctuary at 3.8%. And Citrus Orange Aromas. From Chapter, from Cheshire, Chapter Brewery from Cheshire. Dead Man's Fist, 5.5%. Subtly Smoked Porter. Candata, 4.7%. A pale. Practicable and Useful at 4.3%. Kavik Pale. From Charnwood, another one classed as local. Just one beer from them. Blue Fox at 4.2% IPA. Cheddar, from Cheddar in Somerset. Call of the Void, 6% IPA. Goat's Leap, 5.5% IPA. Hard Rock, 4.4% Pale Ale. Pothole, 4.3% Golden Ale. From Cheviot, Upland Ale, 3.8% Best Bitter. From Chiltern in Buckinghamshire, Beechwood Bitter, 4.3%. Chiltern Black, 3.9%. Chiltern Pale Ale, 3.7%. 300's Old Ale, 4.9%. And like I said, there's not many above 6%. I've counted one, I think. And then he says that, and there's one here. From Chin Chin, Chin Chinny, Chin Chinny, Chin 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 True. As happy as lucky will do. Gives a mess. Anyway, let's go on. Cats in Gangs, 4% Oppie Pale. Cow Whisper, 4.8% Milk Stout. Dark Enough to Dance, a 7% Export Stout. A 7%! Hey! Deck Chair Days, 4.1% Pale. Quantum Shift, 5.5% Pale. Simcoe City, Pale. From Church End. These guys have got a fair few and all. Boston Fat Boy, Hoppy Beer, 4.4%. Fallen Angel, 5% Pale Bitter. Goat's Milk, Golden Yellow Nectar, 3.8%. Grapefruit is what it says, 5%. Grave Digger's Ale, 3.8%. Dark black and red with chocolate and roast flavours. Actually sounds nice despite the low ABV. Lemon infused straw coloured ale, 4.4%. Marzipan mild, 3.8%. Dark brown mild, that sounds nice. Adam. Raspberry, 4.2%. A raspberry flavoured golden ale. Stout Coffin at 4.6%. Vickers, and that's a stout. Vickers Ruin, best bitter, 4.4%. What the Fox's Hat at 4.2% pale ale. White Slurp, 4.3% pale ale. I turned the bloody things off, did I? Titanic Brewery sent me a friend request. Of course it did. You do get some twats on the internet. No brewery ever sends friend requests out. They don't need to. You like their page. Coal Shed, Fallout 6.5% is an IPA. Mango Madness at 6.5% IPA. Cold Black Label from Mid Glamorgan, Welsh, is Glider 4 at 4.2% pale ale. Harlech Castle, 4.4%, a fruity amber ale. Mind Bleach, 10%. Oh, 10%. An Imperial Black IPA. Wow. That's the biggest beer so far. Eh? From Concept Aleworks, Concept Stout, 4.3% stout. Foreman's IPA, 4.8%. From Constellation, from Kent Beer Reviews Country, Aguila, 4.6% golden ale. Draco Malfoy, at 4.2%, a bitter. Cotswold Lion, Golden Fleece at 4.4%, English Pale Ale. Shepherd's Delight, 3.6%, a blonde ale. Clavel and Hind, 2 from them to be confirmed. Crafty Monkey, Wild West Hero, 4.5%. This is a big bar, this is. A red ale. Cross Bay in Morecambe, Citra, 4.2% IPA. Gill at 5.1% golden ale. Halo, pale ale, 3.6%. Hopsby Trippin, IPA, 4.2%. Zenith, IPA, 5%. From Colour Coats in Tyne and Wear, Wild North at 3.8% blonde ale. From Dancing Duck in Derby, classed as local, they are anyway. 22 is a 4.3% bitter. Abduction is a 5.5% tropical fruit flavours, it says. Dark Drake, 4.5% oatmeal stout. DC UK pale ale, 4.3%. I do like Dancing Duck. Derby, business as usual, 4.4%, another local. Dashingly Dark, 4.8%, mild. That one, previous one was a bitter. Mercier IPA, obviously, 5%. Quintessential Golden IPA, 5.8%. From Donkey Stone in Manchester, Cotton Clouds, 4% session beer. And it's K, that's how I pronounce it, New Zealand IPA at 5%. From Electro, 303, 4.7% American Pale. Equinox, an IPA at 4.4%. Old School, 4.3% traditional bitter. Sesh, 3.7% pale. From Arant in Newcastle, bloody hell, only on E. Straight Up Stout, 6%. Rich Dark Stout, this is a long one, 16 minutes, wow. Escape at Clocked Off, 4.9% Oat Pale. If the caravans are rocking, don't come a knocking. Blonde Ale, 3.8%, that's quite nice, I like that. bit of humour. The Shackles are off, 4.2%, that goes well with the other one, doesn't it? Ultra Pale. From Exmoor, it's their Gold, 4.5%. From Fallen, it's Local Motive, 3.9% Session Ale. Odyssey, 4.2%. Tropical and Stone Aromas, Stone Fruit Aromas even. From Falstaff in Derby, I remember having one of their beers. Me and Bum and Beer Reviews had one of theirs, I'm sure we did. Fistful of Hops, 4.5% Amber Ale. Phoenix, 4.7% Copper Colour Beer. Smiling Assassin, 5.2% a Dark Amber. The Good, the Bad and the Drunk, 6.2% Tawny in colour. From Fernandez in Wakefield, Mosaic, 4.1%. Percival, 3.8%. One's a pale, one's an amber. From Fierce and Noble in Bristol, it's a Brizzle Haze, 4% in New England Pale. From First and Last, it's an Amarillo Pale, 4.5%. From Five Towns in Wakefield, it's Baby Blue, 4.5% Nelson Savin Pale Ale. And Redneck, 7% Red Ale. From Fixed Wheel Brewery in West Midlands, Single Speed Simcoe Pale, 4.5%. From Flipside, which is brewed at Magpie, they used to have their own brewery, sadly it closed. Good brewery as well. Flipping Best, 4.6%, Dark Brown Best Bitter. Frank and Stein, 4.3% Ale. Russian Ruble at 7.3%, Imperial Stout. I've had that before. I've had all of them actually. I don't think I've had Frankenstein. Sterling Pale, 3.9%, Oppie Pale Ale. Flying Gang and Famed Revenge 2, Onward to New England, 5% Juicy Nipa. And Prince of Pirates, 4.7% Tasty Stout. One thing, that's the end of Bar A. One thing I took from that is the lack of big ABV beers. There were, I think, 4 or 5 out of all that lot that was above 6%. Okay, quite interesting with the craft beer trend to have big ABVs. I know it's not a craft beer festival, it's a beer festival, but still quite low ABVs. What does everyone else think? Any feedback on any of them beers? Do you know the breweries? Let me know. Cheers everyone, see you soon.